Boom. There it is.
Hi.
Hi.
It's 30 Tuesday.
It's 30 Tuesdays. Yo, we've been gone so long. When was the last time we did 30 Tuesday?
Um
Oh my gosh.
February.
February. No wonder I'm Charles. Oh, there we go. Muting. Okay. Got him. Yeah, it was February. A Goofy movie. Actually, happy belated 30th birthday to a Goofy movie. That movie turned 30 yesterday. Um, if you missed the stream, go back and watch it because it's ridiculous. You know, we talked about Goofy having a mortgage and being a black man. It's fucking great. Yeah. But today,
Talk about GoodFellas. Get into some
Goodfellas.
gangster shit.
Gangsta.
We have guests. Nikki, you do the honors.
So, wait, what are you drinking first?
I am drinking a Golden Monkey.
Amazing.
My usuals. Usually it's Golden Monkey or a Guinness.
Sure.
And I got my frosty mug.
Nice. What am I drinking? I'm drinking Boda Box Cabernet Sauvignon. A classic. I felt like I needed to go with the red.
I didn't think about it until like 10 minutes ago.
I mean, it's too late to switch.
Yeah, I've already started pouring.
So we have special guests today. What I'm going to do, we'll bring up one and we'll have one introduce the other. So coming from a million miles away, aka back from my childhood, is a very good friend that I've known probably since 7th and 8th grade. He is a co-host of the Get Right podcast, and shout out to them. They had me on as a guest last month for Black History Month, and the fucked up thing is that we can't edit this for Women's History Month, and I'm really happy to have him here. So welcome, T.
Hi, T.
Yay! What up? Man, how y'all feeling?
Great.
Good.
I love it.
And you can edit it, Nikki, after the fact.
Yeah, but if you're watching now,
I'm not going to.
It's like one of those things. Like I was stopping, like we were recording one of the Wheel of Time podcasts. I was like, oh yeah. Okay, let me just start that over again. But that's not this thing.
It's live.
I mean, y'all human. It's live. It's all that. You know what I'm saying? What Bill O'Reilly say? Fuck it. Do it live.
Do it live.
You know what I'm saying? So this is what we doing.
How are you doing? What are you sipping on?
Oh man, I got me some sweet mango wine. Keep it easy, but not on an empty stomach. I don't know how y'all do wine on an empty stomach.
That's Sunday.
Not on purpose.
Not on purpose. Some G's.
Sometimes it just happens that way, you know. You get to like 1 o'clock and you're like, oh, time to stream. Oh shit, did I eat?
Yeah,
maybe not.
It's called tummy aches.
Not when you're a pro.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I'm a rookie.
So also joining us, T. Give your man DC an intro.
Yeah, but as always, if you listen to the podcast, you know me. I'm always say what it do, what it is, what it ain't. It's dope. Chilling with two dope ladies doing dope things, man. But I always got the homie. You know, he used to be known as Mr. Misconception. Now he's the trigger man because he says triggering shit. Boy, DC. What's up?
Yo. It's your boy DC in the place to be, aka the trigger man. Shout out to my 80s babies. Let's go. Also, this message is brought to you by the smooth Clyde May straight bourbon. You know what I'm talking about? Old fashioned on the rocks. I'm on both.
Yes.
That's what's up,
you know,
bro. We're trying to get sponsorships. Let's go.
They should pay me for that.
We are. Especially with the parade of liquor that we've had, you know, attend this show. Somebody should, like, you know, everybody drinks something different.
Yeah. I'll take a gift card. Like, I'm not even asking for a lot. Let me just get a Total Wine gift card, Clyde Mays. You know what I'm saying?
Get Right Podcast Instagram is over here on the side. So should you feel the need to slide into their DMs with the gift card?
Yeah, man, thank you.
Like a $500 gift card. Don't even know the $50 bullshit.
No, you know what I'm only.
It's hard to split 3 ways. Yeah. And before we start, I do want to say one thing, man. Shout out to the homie Rod. I know he's not here to make it, and he's doing some things with the fam. But you know, you get 3 of us, man. Sometimes you get 2 of us, but it's 3 of us, man. So yeah, that $50 gift card is hard to go 3 ways. But shout out to the big homie.
Shout out to Rod. So, the reason that we're all here today is because when I was hanging out with you guys on your podcast, I was telling you about 30 Tuesdays, and somehow this movie came up. And T was like, yo, we should crash 30 Tuesdays. I was like, fuck yes, we should. You guys should totally do it. And then we end up talking, and they're like, Goodfellas. And Goodfellas has been on our list for a long time. So
won't he do it? Won't he do it? That's all I'm gonna say.
Here.
I have a confession.
Uh-oh.
You never seen it?
I have seen it.
Oh, okay.
I'm just completely indifferent to it.
Wow.
Like, I don't hate it. I think it's cool. When it's on, like, I'll watch it. But I'm never like, I'm gonna go put on Goodfellas.
You know what? Let's just peel this layer now. Yeah, go ahead.
Are you into like gangster movies like that, or
not really?
Okay. Well, yeah.
But like, I'll watch them, but like, you know, like I enjoy it while I'm watching it.
What's your genre?
Fantasy.
Oh, okay.
Or actually, old man action movies is my top.
Oh, like Action Jackson.
Like any movie that has old man action, like all of the Die Hards. Like I saw the first Die Hard in the theaters. I was very young.
Okay, it's like Steven Seagal.
Before we get into Goodfellas,
Bloodsport.
We love it.
Yes, I used to love Bloodsport. And any movie that has a person who's like living a totally normal life, and then you find out they used to be like some kind of assassin or something, and now they have to get back into the life. Like, sign me up.
Yeah, that's like
John Wick.
Every Steven
John Wick
Seagal
is
movie.
one of my favorite movies ever. Yeah,
that's fair. That's fair. So let me ask y'all this before we get into Goodfellas. Die Hard, the first one. Is it a Christmas movie? Yes or no?
Yeah. It's a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie.
Top.
There's different tiers of Christmas movies. There are Christmas movies that take place at Christmas time, and then there are Christmas movies that are about Christmas.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, two different kinds of Christmas movies.
Gremlins.
I was just about to say Gremlins. If it
Okay.
takes place, or what was the other one we did? Batman.
The Dark Knight. Yeah. We did the Dark Knight. We did a Tim Burton trilogy. The Dark Knight. No, sorry. Batman Returns.
Batman Returns. Yeah, not Dark Knight.
And then the other two that I don't remember right now. But yeah. So those
Edward
were all.
Scissorhands.
Edward Scissorhands. Also a Christmas movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, now that we've all gotten to know each other and our confessions are out.
When was the first time you guys saw this movie?
Ooh. For me, probably wasn't the right age for public, but my grandma had it on, and I was like, "Yo, what is this?" And obviously, it started at the beginning, and I saw young Henry, parking cars, and I was like, "Oh man, this little dude he's like kids parking cars," and then I just got caught just sitting on the bed with my grandma watching it. And then I fell asleep on the scene where Jimmy he started whacking people. Lufthansa Heist. Had started whacking people, and they had Carbone in the freezer. That's the last thing I remember. And then I was like, I gotta watch this again as I got older. I bumped into this dude DC in college, and he was like, "Bro, you fuck with Goodfellas?" Hell yeah! I remember he came to the crib. We had the old, back then, we all in that and auntie phase right now in today's society, bro. So we had the VHS. I was like, bro, I got Goodfellas on VHS, bro. Like next time you come to the crib, we watching Goodfellas. And I don't know how many times I've seen it, but the first time, I was probably like 8. Not supposed to be seeing shit like that, and then I rewatched it. As a teenager. But I loved it. The story's dope, man. And then when you learn more about Henry Hill behind that, it was so much he was doing that you don't even know in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he was a gangster, man. I don't even remember, to be honest with you. I want to say it was high school, maybe. Might have been college, but it was somewhere. I wasn't like a little kid watching it. I wouldn't even cared. Like if it came on TV back in the day, like T said, 8 years old, I'd have been like, bro, I'm about to go outside. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to ride a bike. I'm about to go holler at the homie. We about to get a game of hide and seek going. I wouldn't have had the patience to sit down and watch a movie like that as a kid.
Yeah, it's 2 hours long. 2 hours.
2.5.
I mean, mind you, it's nighttime. It was nighttime for me, hence why I fell asleep. But
man,
that movie crazy.
I was like, I gotta go to school in color tomorrow.
Right, but I'm like, yeah. So I don't remember when I want to say it's probably high school. Might have been college, honestly. It might have been freshman year, to be honest with you. But I don't really remember anymore. But I know I've watched it like 100 times since then. I can say that.
What about you, Tanya?
Second best gangster movie of all time. Second best.
I don't
best,
remember.
Actually, third best.
Wait, what are 1 and 2?
The best gangster movie ever made, Godfather 2. Absolutely. Best one. It's kind of long. It's like 3.5 hours. It's a marathon, but it's a short 3.5 hours. Second best movie, Godfather 1. Third best is Goodfellas.
Okay.
That's disrespectful.
In that order.
Disrespectful, bro.
I don't remember the first time I saw it, but I know that it was one of those like Saturday afternoon TNT, you know, when they used to just like play whatever all day. And I think I just caught pieces of it. And then I kind of forgot about it for a while until Ashanti had that music video and she copies a scene from it. And I remember being like, what is that from? I remember that from something. And then I remembered it was from Goodfellas and I watched it again. So sometime in high school, I watched it again. And I actually haven't seen it in a really, really long time. But I watched it today with my kid.
Did he like it?
He can't tell on me. He's nonverbal. He didn't pay attention to it. He had his iPad.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, man.
I don't remember the first time I watched it. It was probably, I think it may have been in high school. You guys don't know that, but maybe I mentioned this, that my parents are really strict with the rated R movies when I was growing up.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of stuff I didn't see until later and that I still haven't seen. I just like forgot about it. But it was like, once I saw it, I was just like, that opening, as long as I remember, I want to be a gangster. Like, do in the car. These guys are just driving in the car. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, there's like the flat tire or whatever. And then they're shooting somebody in the back of the truck. I was like, holy shit. And I remember I must have been in high school because when Henry's giving the monologue about going into business with Paulie, I was like, is that where "Fuck You Pay Me" came from? Because I knew it from Money Cash Hoes,
Yeah.
That's where it's from. And I love that movie ever since. It's funny, as you guys were talking about college, I remembered in my freshman dorm room, I had 2 posters up. One was DMX, the album cover was Dark and Hell is Hot, and the other was Goodfellas. Those were my 2 posters.
Yeah, I got a Goodfellas graphic tee. Should have wore it.
Oh, I should get one.
Shit.
You should go change. Go.
But Goodfellas is. Hey, bro. Nah, man. Scorsese did a hell of a job. I mean, Scorsese touches a lot of shit, turns to gold. So, I mean, Ray Liotta, that made Ray Liotta, man. God bless him, man. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Because anytime after Goodfellas you see him, you immediately thought of Henry Hill.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Henry Hill.
That movie definitely typecast him for sure.
I seen any movie he's done, TV show, commercial. You know what I mean? And you remember before he passed, he did that commercial with DJ Khaled.
I forgot he died.
Yeah.
How am I funny? How the fuck am I funny? Makes me so funny. And he did that with Khaled because Khaled's like, oh, you funny. He was like, how am I funny?
Yo, I saw a clip of him
the
other day. And he was like older in life and he was interviewing. It was like the title was like Henry Ray Liotta doesn't give a fuck. And it was like he was on a show being interviewed with Jennifer Lopez, and the guy who I forgot what show it was, he was like, worst kisser, worst actress you've kissed in your career. He's like Sigourney Weaver. It was like, oh shit. He was like, worse. He like didn't care. Then he was like, well, what's your favorite J-Lo song or your least favorite J-Lo song? And he looked at her and he was like, I don't remember any of her music. And she was just like, and you could tell that she was like flipping her hair and like trying not to like, bring the Bronx down on him. But
when you get a certain age, man, they don't give a shit no more.
Yeah.
I'm here.
You get a certain age, you don't give a shit no more.
The movie has so many quotables because I definitely love to tell people to go get their fucking Shine Box. I love saying that to people. I love that. That's your quote. That is my favorite quote from the entire movie.
Oh my god!
That's not my
go
favorite.
Home and get your fucking
that
Shine
and that
Box.
quote cost him his life though.
It did.
It did.
Right. Niggas die over shit like that.
But it was worth it to get that off.
So all the time, me and DC, I think we probably both had the same quote, bro. You know what it is, bro.
I'm gonna go get the papers. Get the papers.
2 times, bro. That's like the coolest shit that you could be.
To me 2 times.
To me 2 times.
That was like he said everything twice. Like that's got to be the coolest thing.
There was a Saturday Night Live skit about it that I saw the other day, and I feel like everybody, like all like the legends from SNL are in it, and they had I forgot what the second thing was, but they're like, oh, it was so and so 2 times, and he said everything twice, and whatever they had to say was like really stupid, but like also really funny.
I wanted to go home and get your fucking shine box my bio. But then I was like, but I didn't want people to start asking me GoodFellas questions, and then I'm there like, I don't know.
I think mine is that Jimmy was the type of guy who would cheer. Jimmy was the type of guy who would cheer for the bad guys in the movies. And I'm like,
Nah, my favorite line about Jimmy. One thing Jimmy loved to steal. he just loved it.
Oh man, he's like, hits were nothing to him. That was just business.
Man, he just loved to steal, man.
Man, I would say probably my favorite quote. I don't know, it's kind of a long quote. He's like, one day, these kids from the neighborhoods, they carried my groceries all the way home. You know why they did it? It's out of respect.
Yeah, they carried it.
Bro, that shit hit hard to me, bro.
Hard.
Like, you know what, man?
And his mom despised him being in that world too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what?
But the kids in the neighborhood was scared of him though at like 15.
Yeah, I don't like that quote. I said that might be my least favorite one because it's like when I see Henry Hill and I know like his story, I'm like, man, you just wanted to be cool this whole time. Like, I get that. You want to be cool. But let me submit to the court that Henry, as portrayed in this film, has always been a rat from the very beginning. Like, Tommy was like, let's talk about it. He's like, you know what? First of all, I think he laughed too hard when Tommy was like, yeah. I was like, yo, that shit made him nervous.
It made me nervous.
Right? I'm just like, oh shit, he's really laughing really hard. And then Tommy's like, you know what? This one might buckle under questioning. But before that, they take him and they're like, who's your mailman? Which guy is it? And he's sitting there, he's looking like, he's like, that's the guy. I was like, oh,
you know this kid? Yeah. Any mail comes to this, you bring it here to the shop.
He ratted out on somebody, and I was like,
he did. Or in the fucking oven you go. Like
that was tough. Seeing it like being hinted
at. But is it really ratting if it's not somebody you're working with though?
That's why I don't think that
you gotta understand though.
There's different lines of business.
See,
so
I love really I know the characters because that was Tootie. They won that cash shop. And Tootie said, bro, you can't stop working. He was too much of a good runner. He was a runner. Cigarettes, everything. And Tootie was like, bro, nah, you can't quit. And he's like, bro, look at my eye, bro. I'm getting beat the fuck up. So Tootie had to put an end to that, dog. You one of my top earners.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you wanted to be cool. You wanted to be a gangster. Now you end up being a top earner. So now you can't quit.
Hold on. I have to excuse myself and just say right now, if you guys wonder why I'm looking off to the side, the Knicks are playing the Celtics. So, and it's tied.
So Knicks fan or Celtics fan?
I'm both. A Knicks fan.
It's both. I'm both, and it makes it really difficult.
You can't do that.
You can't do that.
If a New York, somebody in New York, no, you can't. You can't be in New York.
You can't be
Boston.
You can't. 2 people in the same conference. There's lots of New York fans here, and like I was born into a Celtics team. Yeah, Tanya's not basketball, but I was born into a Celtics family.
No, I don't watch basketball. I'm just from Boston.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's tough. That's very tough.
50% happy.
I'm a Knicks and a Celtics fan.
I know it wasn't. I'm not bad. I was drawn that way. Like, what do you
want? What the kid? Yeah, what the kids say? That that's nasty work.
Nasty work.
That's nasty work.
Yeah. So I have a question.
Yeah.
When, like, let's say you've seen this movie for the first time. Are there? You know what? I take that back. Are there things when you watch this movie, having seen it like as many times as you have, that still surprise you? Like when it happened.
There is something that I because I did watch it again, getting ready for this, and one thing that I kind of forgot about is the overt racism. You know what I'm saying? So, like for example, you talked about Jimmy Conway and how he used to always like rob trucks and whatnot.
Yeah,
and
that
drivers would be in on it. The driver came into the diner like acting like he was just coming to get lunch or whatever. He runs out, sees his truck is stolen, which he knew was going to get stolen.
Yep.
He runs back inside and says 2 niggers stole his truck, knowing good and well that an Irish guy stole it. Now, granted, I know he's on the take, but why they gotta be 2 N-words with the hard ER?
With the hard,
you know what I'm saying?
And Ray Liotta said it to Karen too. Remember?
Yeah,
he was like, "Hey, you gonna get caught?" And he was like, "Only people get caught is stick up."
Yeah,
no, he said, and he said, "You know why? Because they fall asleep at the wheel.
They fall asleep in the getaway car.
Yeah,
the getaway car.
And ironically,
which unfortunately that actually did happen.
They happen to Stacks. Shout out Samuel, man. I think was getting moving up the ladder too.
His little briefs.
Stacks got
I was like, I want some of those. Those are mad cute.
And he left the truck, and they found the truck, and they had his prints on it, and so he had to get dealt with.
Tisk. Yeah, that got me too when I watched it this time. I was like,
I
forgot about that.
Good call,
because and you see it too, because I think that happens first. Like, yeah, I think that happens first, and then when he comes in, and then when they're sitting at the Copa, I think. And Tommy's talking to his girl, right? She's like, "Oh, Sammy Davis Jr. I could see how a white girl would go for him." And he's like, "Bitch, what?"
Yeah.
Joe Pesci.
I want to make sure I'm not kissing Nat King Cole over here.
Yeah, right. He's ready to call her an N-word lover.
Yeah,
for real.
absolutely, right. Absolutely. And you're just like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, that's number one, DC.
I guess I'm giving those 3 instances a pass because I love this movie so much. I'm acknowledging that they happen because I'm like, all right. Yeah.
DC says this all the time on our show, and I tend to repeat it. Art imitates life. And so let's look at the timeline of when this movie was made.
Yeah.
And let's look at the timeline of the setting of the movie.
Right.
From 1955 to the 60s.
Yeah. Right.
It's exactly how you
get a lot of love. We didn't get a lot of love in that society.
Exactly.
Especially in the Italian community. In the Italian community.
Yeah, and it makes me think about A Bronx Tale, where you see that they're not hiding. It's straight up. You're like, oh no, I love that movie so much.
Shout out Sonny.
Yeah, it's in the GoodFellas too. Honestly, it's in almost every authentic, traditional gangster movie.
Keyword.
Yeah.
There's Casino. A lot of
Casino in my top 3 because it was in Casino too.
Yeah, I haven't seen Casino in a long time.
I haven't seen that in a long time either.
Yeah, man. Thinking about that, you mentioned Joe Pesci. He's the only one. Him and De Niro, still here with us because Paul Sorvino passed. He passed last year. Paulie as well. Kind of think about that, man. So it's just De Niro and Pesci left.
It's just I love how all of these guys always ended up in every other mafia related content from
bro. They were great. They were Scorsese knew talent. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just who they were, but they were talented together, man.
Robert De Niro, but to be fair, Robert De Niro made his bones early on The Godfather. Godfather 2.
He did.
So he been in the game for a minute before Scorsese got to him.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm saying the pair though. It's like I'm gonna put you with this movie with Joe Pesci. This works. Put you with Paul Sorvino.
Yeah, because Casino.
Right.
This shit works. Definitely works, man.
I'll tell you what did not work: The Irishman. Have you ever seen The Irishman?
No, I didn't watch it. I kept hearing so many bad things about it and how long it was.
You mean To Kill an Irishman?
No,
I think it's just called The Irishman.
The one that came out 2 years ago.
A couple years ago.
I ain't like that.
It was. I heard it was really long. I haven't watched it.
It wasn't great. To Kill an Irishman was good though. Again, Scorsese don't miss.
You know what I like about him? We always talk about music in the movies. I think that this movie it's up there with one of my favorite soundtracks because all the songs are good. For me, it's like Dirty Dancing, where all the songs that appear on the soundtrack are good, but then there's all the other songs that don't make the cut, the 10 or the 12,
but that are just in the movie.
The movie.
I never listened to the whole soundtrack. All the music that played in the movie,
all the music that played in the movie,
align with the scenes.
Well, that's what he does this on purpose, because his thing is when he scores a movie, he doesn't want a song that does not occur in that time period to happen. He's like, no anachronism. So it's just all right, this is what they're listening to in the 50s. This is what they were listening to in the 60s. And so it never takes you out of the movie because you're like, oh wait, what is that song doing there? And he's very intentional about that. He also always has a Rolling Stones song in his movies. at some point. Which I found
Only
super
thing I did not like, and maybe this is a Rolling Stone song, is I didn't like the outro when the camera panned on Ray Liotta when he was in Witsec, and then like it like switched like this rock and roll song with Joe Pesci shooting at the camera. Whatever that right, maybe that was a Rolling Stone song. But I ain't like that shit.
That's good.
One of my what was one of your funniest parts in the movie for you guys? I have two. One, you know,
funny haha or like
nice. For me, I laughed or like, yo, that was dope. In a humor. One was Bruce when Karen was like, yo, come pick me up. And they was roughing up Morris for that money, and his wig fell off. But Karen was on the phone, and I'm like, how's Karen don't hear this in the background?
Like you see the wig tape was still sitting there.
It's the setting, right? Because he's talking all this shit, and there's a commercial playing talking about you can jump in the pool, you can do all this, and then Jimmy come back with the phone cord, and then thing just slide off. But the simple fact he rolled up on my man with the revolver and pistol with the shit, and he was like, "Yeah," but he was big.
He got whooped.
Yeah, he got whooped, bro. He was talking big shit, though.
He was talking big shit.
Oh,
like he must have known that Jimmy was in the room. He's like, "What? He's right here."
Yeah, but when he rolled up, and all you hear, you know, he had on those boots. You hear them click clacking crossing the street. My man's like, "Oh, what you want?"
He said, "Because you know he had his homeboys with him." He's like, "It's a 3-on-1. What you gonna do?" That pistol came out, and one dude kind of took a step forward, and he took a step back. Like,
he's like, "Don't shoot!"
You know, the guy was like, "Don't shoot."
That's between y'all, bro. I barely even know this guy.
I like that.
I met him like yesterday.
I like that scene because it's such a turning point for Karen when he tells her to hide the gun.
Yeah,
and she has that moment to decide, like, are you in or are you out?
Exactly.
Because let me tell you what I would not be fucking doing. And that is hiding a gun. Although I will admit,
you'd have fucked him after it.
Watching your boyfriend,
you'd have banked it over.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Listen. You know what? Let him not just leave it in, but wring it out.
Wow. See, listen to some episodes. I told you, time. I said, okay,
that is real.
Yeah, I feel similarly because that is actually one of the funniest parts of the movie to me. Because that's what's like funny, haha. Because he comes and she's like, "Well, I gotta admit, like, it kind of turned me on." And he was like, "Oh," and he
like,
knew
have
that.
you ever had somebody beat up on your behalf?
Yeah, with a gun. He pistol whipped somebody right in front of her house across the street from her parents' house
in broad daylight.
Right?
Everybody outside.
Like, he was like, "Are you okay? Go inside. Go inside." And you know she was looking out the window because he was right there across the street.
Like, I've never had a boyfriend beat somebody up for me.
You know, and obviously nobody snitched.
Would you?
Nobody.
Wouldn't you?
He could have learned the lesson from them all.
Yeah.
My man probably moved. He probably moved off that block. Like,
he's like, "I'm going to college out of state, Mom."
It's a wrap, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a funny part to me. My other funny part. Go ahead.
And I was gonna say that is true, just to kind of piggyback, because I actually watched that scene with my wife. She said the same thing. I asked her, I was like, "Would you have the gun for me?" She's like, "No." She's like, "But that was kind of a hot moment type shit."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what the next scene was? Mazel tov.
Yeah.
That was the next scene.
What's happening?
I'm trying to imagine my husband beating somebody up. He's like the nicest person like anyone has ever met.
The nicest, sweetest person.
Like he would not beat somebody up. Like it would be the other way around. I have almost gotten into fights.
Everybody got a line. Everybody got a line.
Yeah,
everybody got a line.
I feel like your husband wouldn't beat some. Like if it came to that he'd have to beat somebody else, he'd be like, "Okay, I killed somebody. You're my lawyer." Like it wouldn't be that he beat.
So we already have marital privilege, so he wouldn't need to make me his lawyer for me not to.
Oh, perfect.
Testify.
Yeah.
Is that illegal? Is that a real thing? Like a legal thing?
Marital privilege is a real thing. You can't force a spouse to testify. That's why so many gangsters get married while they're in jail.
Yeah.
I learn something every day.
Look at everybody silent, their wheels turning.
Well, I'm gonna say, Tony, are you in law?
Yeah, I'm a lawyer.
Oh yeah, yeah, we gonna be friends.
You got
But
counsel.
you know, and that makes me think about that part too. When Henry first got pinched, the lawyer didn't even say nothing. He just
Yeah. It's funny. Well,
money under the table.
I have to save my anecdotes for when we're off air because of statute of limitations.
Okay. Jeez.
I mean, relationships matter. I'll say that relationships matter.
Out of the two of us, like I'm definitely the one who's gonna end up in a fist fight over him.
Yeah. It would definitely be me. I mean, I've never fought anybody on my wife's behalf, but things have gotten a little bit dicey where things escalated, but it didn't quite get to the point to where it was fisticuffs.
Yeah.
But I did have to kind of keep her out of the way of something, a few things going a little bit left. But thankfully nothing to the extent of a Henry Hill. I had no Henry Hill type situation.
I also did not pistol whip this person. Actually, I think it was James who kept me from fighting that day.
Of course he did. Shout out to James.
I used to have a little bit of a crash out streak, but I don't anymore. I've matured.
Was this high school, college,
law school?
I mean, law school sounds kind of stressful. So I mean, you up studying for the bar, all that kind of. I mean, it happened.
Tense. I was tense. Those little things set you up.
I don't think I ever had anybody.
That's like mid-20s. You was crashing out mid-20s.
That's stressful.
Yeah.
Hey, like Henry.
Yo, that's the other part that was funny to me. She was like, I don't know. I thought it was normal for a 21-year-old guy to like be walking in and then getting a hello, tipping everybody $20 back in this. I was like, what 21-year-old guys do you know that are doing that?
Right.
Like, she knew.
In construction.
In the life. In construction. A union rep. Union rep delegate. I was like, that shit was funny to me too.
I did love that.
He said that shit so slick too. And started looking around like, I'm a union rep, huh?
No, I actually love that scene where he shows up and they put the table in front and like nobody asks any questions. Like I love that. That would be another one.
That was boss move. Everybody just said, "What up, Harry?" Hey, Harry.
It's one continuous shot.
Oh, really?
It's one continuous shot. They shot it from start to finish. That's one shot.
Man, that was a dope shot, man.
Yeah, incredible.
That probably was a one continuous shot. They had some edits, but when they got married,
that was super.
Everybody
was so overwhelming.
Paulie,
Paul, Peter,
Marie,
this Petey, this Petey, this Paul. I mean Petey. I get them confused sometimes.
That literally sounds like my family though. Like they recycle the same 5 names.
And all of them was married to a Marie. I was like, God, how did this happen? We're from the old country. But yeah, that was dope. That was a funny scene, man. Where I was just like, yeah.
And it's funny you mentioned talking about the wedding, and then Karen was telling Henry about all the other wives and how she didn't want to be like those gangster wives.
Crazy makeup and crazy.
But then she turned into
ugly.
That's actually my theme today is mafia wife. Actually, mafia side chick is what I'm going for, but
all right.
I think it's probably better to be a mafia side chick than a mafia wife.
Yeah.
Mafia side chick, you can kind of get out, you know what I'm saying? You can kind of get some of the perks without dealing with, all of the bullshit. You're kind of insulated a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you can maybe break up with the gangster and, you're just a side chick. So it's not like that big of a deal.
Like you got to move afterwards because who's paying your rent now?
Made me think of the other really funny scene is when he has his second side chick who was friends with the first side chick. She's all strung out, putting together the drugs, and he's like, "Is that it?" And she's like, "Yeah." And he takes the bag and runs on. He's like, "Ah!"
After he hit a line, though, he hit a bump.
Like part 2 is never get high on your own supply.com. Like,
that was like,
and it was just that was his downfall
when he started doing.
Paulie warned him.
Then he tried to sell guns.
Paulie warned him. He was like, "Yo,
he been selling
that shit. Don't get involved in that."
Yep, he told him. Man.
And then he has this girl who's like, breaking all the things down for him. He's like, "Yo, I bought you a dishwasher," and you just see like things are just getting more caked on, and you're like, "Yo, do you not know how dangerous this is? Like all the rules are going out the window."
He's coked up, man.
Oh man,
yeah.
And you knew, like as soon as it's like how. did you give? Like, sure, he was giving you the eye, but that's your girl. Like, you eye fucked your girl's man in her bedroom. Yes.
There's no.
And then you became the side chick.
No
like,
honor among thieves.
I mean, clearly.
Real talk. Real talk. Real
Shout out
talk.
to the witness protection.
You ever visited somebody in jail?
Yes.
I'm not gonna ask if you snuck anything in. That you can't talk about that. But
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. But no, I've never done that though. But no, I mean, I visit somebody, but it's like, hey, what's up? Boom, you need a couple dollars.
Yeah, what?
I got you. So you can get some cupcakes, honey buns, all that.
What about you, DC? You visited somebody in jail before?
Never.
Me neither.
I've twice.
I've known people locked up. I just didn't visit them.
Yeah, I can't talk about who these people were, but one was in this country and one was in the old country. And when I tell you the difference between facilities and stuff, actually, I interviewed several women who were as they were getting released, which has nothing to do with actually visiting. And let me tell you, in the country that I'm talking about, like you go in, it's like an apartment. Like they treat people like human beings.
Mm-hmm.
There's not cages, there's no bars and all this kind of stuff. You can go sit with the person in their little, like, if they have little teeny studio apartments, like it's cute. Not that I want to spend multiple days there in a row for years, but yeah, no, I have. And it is like the security is crazy. They're checking everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say I hear it's pretty invasive.
For us it wasn't, because the first time that happened, I was really young. I must have been like, I don't know, like 10 or something, maybe a little bit older than that. And it wasn't too bad. Like they made you take off everything, but there wasn't like, none of that.
I imagine that
they wouldn't give you the shocker.
Getting the colonoscopy out here.
I was too young to know how fun that could be. It's just.
Oh man,
that's crazy.
Now I know the real reason you cut your nails like that. I've been waiting to say that to you all day. You and your bisexual
I was talking about
nails.
guitar hands.
Wow,
He has bisexual nails.
We love a theme.
I saw this YouTube video that was saying like Japanese prisons are like really nice.
I believe it.
And people like really come out like really truly rehabilitated and ready to enter the workforce, and like it's strict, but it's just very nice and clean and well kept.
It's the opposite of here. I was reading about Henry Hill and how he got kicked out of Witset because he went right back to crime.
Sounds like Alpo.
Because a few times he was telling people who he really was. He was giving people his real name. He's like, "Yo, I'm Henry Hill." And they were like, "What are you doing?"
So he was part of one of the main things is, like I said, it wasn't in the movie, but it was kind of in that timeline, especially when he was entering witness protection, when he started diming out everybody. He got into that gambling rig.
Oh, the basketball.
So he started rigging. He was rigging games. He was part of rigging games with like Boston College during that timeline. And he had players. They had players on the payroll, all kind of stuff. Like, and when players was kind of like, "Nah, I don't think this right," they had somebody come see you. Conversation. Or if you ain't doing it, we know where you live, and know where your family lives.
That Jimmy move.
Yep. And
you may not know us, but we know who you are.
And he was instrumental. Years later, he was instrumental with the FBI because he was able to see the formula in the rig with what's my man? Not Dunahee. Yeah, Dunahee. That ref. If you got follow basketball, everybody was saying Sacramento Kings and the LA Lakers. They were saying that series was rigged, and they happened to find out, that ref was part of it. But Henry Hill actually helped the FBI, and he saw the formula.
Yeah,
because he was like, he did it. Yeah, so he was like, because they did it. And so they used him and he found the formula. And that's how that ref got caught. And so I was like, oh, shit.
Man, I could never be a criminal. I tell people all the time, like, look, you called me and you're like, Tanya, I did this. I'll come help you. But I swear to God, if you get caught and say my name, I'm singing like I do not want to go to jail ever. So like, yes, I'll come save you, Nikki. When you say you got to get rid of this body, I'll come help you. I'll let you use my car and everything. But if
I would never say your name.
But if you get caught, you don't know me. Don't say nothing.
No, I want to
because I'm gonna save
You
myself.
can't use my car. You can't use
I'm
my
gonna save
car. I don't want no
myself.
evidence.
Well, I mean, you already be if I used your car and you got caught, that's conspiracy.
Yeah.
So you're coming in too.
Yeah.
We'll have a
Can't use
podcast
my
from
car.
jail.
All right.
Yeah,
Instead
no,
of
I would
using my
never
car,
do
I'll
that.
give you a ride.
That's
I'll give
also
you a ride.
conspiracy.
I
Like,
know, but
using-
if we don't get caught together,
they doing it. They doing it.
you
They
get
doing
caught.
the 30. They doing the 30 Tuesdays from
Yeah.
jail. She got the wine out the toilet.
I got that Pruno.
oh, if we're making it out of the toilet, it's got to be moonshine. Like nothing less. Nothing less than moonshine out the toilet. You know what? Another
Good
funny
shit.
part of this movie, like I forget about it until they go to Tommy's mom's house, and it's
She
just
makes
like
all that
like
food.
like she makes all that food. It's like everybody's grandma. You come in, you're like, "Are you hungry?" It doesn't matter what time.
was it?
And it's
though?
the middle of the night because they
Middle
left
of
the
the night.
bar.
I just want to
Yeah,
know what
like,
time it was. Though. I
Bruh.
know it was nighttime, but what time was it? 1
It had to be like 2 in the morning, bro.
Yeah,
they're in New
It
York.
had
It
to-
could have been later.
it reminds
Because
me
you
of my
gotta
grandma
figure-
so bad though.
They shut down the bar. Like, remember when he said, "Get your fucking shine box," he left.
He
By
said,
the
"Keep
time
him
Tommy
there."
came back, the
Keep him
club
there.
was cleared
Yeah,
out.
because he told him keep me there. He's like, keep
Yeah.
him there.
So
He's
he's
like, keep him
there.
there.
They shut the bar down.
So it was like 4 o'clock.
Slump my man out. Take him to Tommy's mom's house. It's got to be at least 2 in the morning. And she cooks a whole feast.
Yeah.
Like,
After
what
Jimmy
you
said, "Go
doing?
back to bed."
Maybe-
After
maybe
Jimmy
she-
said, "Go back to bed."
Yeah,
Maybe
she's
she
like,
warmed up
nah,
leftovers.
She
Yeah,
going
I
straight
can
into
see
the
that she warmed up
fridge.
leftovers. She
Maybe
had
how
like
many
some
plates?
lasagna in the
Leftovers.
freezer, like some
Nah,
ziti.
I'll talk
Did you see that? Did y'all see that tape?
I'm looking
I
at
ain't
it
see no
right now.
Tupperware. I ain't see no Tupperware.
That
Because
thing
she's
was
a
on.
lady.
Because she's a
No,
respectable
nah,
lady. She's not
nah.
serving stuff
Lady.
in
It was on
Tupperware.
plates, on plates,
She-
on plates, on
Yes,
plates.
Yeah.
because that's what one does. Ask my mom, like, if you give my mom a beer or
Mhm.
whatever, and you try to give her a plastic cup, she'll be like, "Excuse me, can I have a real glass?"
I mean, that's cool.
Mm.
But I'm talking
Same.
about- she
Now, I
got
have
that
grown
big
up.
ass.
That's how I
I
am
have
at
grown up
home.
to be that woman too. Can I have
Nikki,
a real glass? Can I have a
You've
real
seen my
plate?
glassware collection.
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie, I am that way as well. I just feel like I work too damn hard to drink out of a plastic cup. You know what I mean? I wouldn't always like that, but definitely probably since maybe 35. I'm like, bro, I don't even want to go to a place that has if they give me a plastic cup at a bar, plastic cup at a bar, I'm closing my tab. Like, let's go.
I don't even want it, and just pour it out really slowly.
Hey,
on
bro.
the bar.
Hey,
Yeah.
wait. I
Eye
mean, we
contact.
was at Platform Sports Bar. We was at the sports bar. They gave us these aluminum cups. Some things was actually dope.
Those are not plastic.
Facts, aluminum.
Yeah, but my
Yeah.
favorite.
I'm pretty sure they wash them. I don't think they
Yeah.
just throw them away at night.
Yeah,
So that's
no,
what I'm
they
saying.
do.
They hit
If
the
I don't want to drink
dishwasher.
out of none, you to throw away. I don't
You don't,
know.
Yeah.
you don't want a red solo cup.
And honestly, I was a little
Love
low key
Rest Cup.
disappointed at the aluminum. Honestly, even though I know it's supposed to like help keep stuff colder longer or whatever.
It was, bro. That
I wanted the glass off GP, but I
You
wouldn't.
got to go to Tanya's place though, because if Tanya's like, "Do you want a beer?" She's like, "Yeah." She takes a mug out of the freezer and pours your beer in it. I was like,
Tanya stayed ready.
Gangster.
Yeah,
you
because
just
of
keep,
her, I
you just
put-
keep empty glasses in the freezer.
in the freezer.
I keep 5 big bear steins in the freezer.
Yep.
Oh,
And
wow.
because of her,
That's what I'm talking about.
I keep pint glasses in my
Playing.
freezer now. So when people
Just
come
in
over,
case
I'm like,
somebody
"Oh,
comes over and wants a beer and they don't want to drink
Usually
it out the
me.
bottle. Yeah,
That
usually
is
Nikki.
inspirational. I'm
You
like,
should do
I need to clear out a little section in my freezer
Yeah,
now.
just
Yeah,
like
my
in the
my
door.
freezer door. Yeah, I have them
Yeah.
lined up in the door.
Yeah, she's
Those
a good
and then
example.
the
Wow.
stones that you
It'll
got.
change your life because people come over, they'll be like, "Oh, it's so frosty." When people come, like, I have
Sure.
my water's room temperature. I don't like cold water. I make ice as a courtesy to other people or for cocktails. Like, I like things room temperature. But
Mm.
if I do decide I'm going to have a beer, there are 2 pint glasses in my freezer, and I just take them out. Yeah,
That's crazy
the
work.
best.
Mm.
It's the
That's-
best.
thing. Yeah,
I
Dang.
recommend it. I highly recommend it.
Change
I
the life.
love using proper glasses and like fancy plates and things like that. Like
Actually,
I'm full
Is
of
that,
it.
is that an everyday dinner
Oh
thing?
yeah, that is from my house.
she was like, "I'm getting rid of this glass." I was like, "I love it. I'll take it."
Like,
It's a nice glass.
so you
I just needed room.
so you do leftovers on the spread like that, like Tommy's mom. Oh,
Yeah.
that's what I'm telling you. So you be like, all right, I'm putting leftovers all out the Tupperware. We about to
Like if
spread
I'm
it
gonna
out.
do a whole
plates.
spread, then yeah.
Nah, that's
At
Absolutely.
3 in the morning.
No, at 3 in the morning, I'm simply not answering the door. You're gonna go get the
Yeah.
shovel out the garage and leave me alone.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but if you're coming over here,
And
for
if the
dinner,
alarm goes off, I'm still not coming downstairs.
like one of my friends for Thanksgiving, she kept asking me why I wouldn't use foil pans. Stephanie, she's like, "Why won't you use the foil pans?" And I was like, "I have Le Creuset. Why would I use foil pans?"
That's what I'm saying. Like nobody ever comes over here.
I have
but when,
actual bone china. Like I'm using that shit.
Exactly.
Oh, so you're not the one that like, yo, I just keep the china inside.
No, I have a china
good.
cabinet in my
good.
small New York apartment. I have a china cabinet that specifically has my bone china. It's bone china, it's white, and it's rimmed in silver and platinum.
Yeah, use it, man. That's what I'm talking about.
I use
hate,
it.
You
like,
have to use it. You have
what
to
am I
use
waiting
it.
for?
Like
Life
having
is
stuff.
short.
Exactly.
Yeah, like don't use that. You know what else I hate? People have like towels you're not supposed to use, like in the bathroom. Like
Yeah, I don't do that either.
Yeah,
I don't
like
do that either.
If it's in there, I'm getting it all wet. I'm wrinkling it up, all of that, just cause.
Yeah,
that's why we have washing machines.
Exactly.
Right.
Use the dishes. Drink the fancy scotch. Find a reason.
Hey, what did he say? You waste 8 fucking aprons. You gotta toughen up.
Toughen this guy up.
That's what y'all doing.
Yeah,
you ain't supposed to be waiting. You ain't supposed to just look clean. You ain't supposed to waste.
Yeah, you gotta do that because life is short. Like I have stuff in here that I was like, oh, I'm gonna wait for somebody to come over because like, you know, people rarely come to visit me, not because I live out of the way, but because I live, you know, where I live. And it's just like, if you come over here, I'm taking out all the stuff. You're getting glasses, you're getting double levels of plates, you're gonna get a saucer with your teacup because but then other times I'm like, you know what? I have this martini glass. I don't drink martinis, but it's in my cabinet. I'm just gonna make an old fashioned, pour it in there. Will I break it in the sink the next day when I'm washing dishes? Yes. That's why I only have one left. But I'm gonna
those the ones I gave you.
Also, it's not my fault. It's my sink. I have a weird sink, and it's like just things fall in there.
Well,
but what I was gonna say that I love about
mom.
What I love about this scene is that I laugh every single time when she's like, "Look at my Bob Ross painting," and he's like, "Jimmy's like, yo, let's look at a guy we know."
Oh yeah. That might be the tall tale too, where you said about Henry, because he didn't laugh. He was all
he didn't laugh. He was mad nervous. Like throughout.
What's wrong with you, Henry? You don't talk much.
And she tells that joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, Henry was not with the wet work. That's what the gangsters call it.
No, exactly. He wasn't. Not throughout the entire movie. He was like, I'll steal your truck. I'll sell your cigarettes. I'll do all the money stuff, but like, I don't want to do any of that. And every time something like that came up, he got really nervous. And so
I would too.
Before I watched it on Saturday, I was just like, oh man, I get why he had to do this at the end of the movie, like why he ratted everybody out. But then I was like, wait, no. There were hints all along. He was always good.
That wasn't his fault. Like,
but Jimmy did set him up to get killed, though.
And his wife, Karen. He had to come in for Karen too. But Jimmy, Jimmy knew that he was like gonna rat out.
You gotta understand, Jimmy. I don't think Jimmy knew, but anytime Jimmy get nervous, we see what happens.
I have a question. That alley scene, I was a little bit busy, so I kind of missed him when Jimmy sends Karen up the street and she looks in the alley and sees those guys. I kind of missed what was going on. Like what happened there?
They were moving some stuff. Like, but you know, he says that what brand was it? He's like, I got some.
I think it was some
like
coats
jeans or something like that.
It was some coats or dresses. He was like, hey,
it was some designer brand dresses. And she was like, okay, like I'll go take a look or whatever. But the further he just kept like, go. Then she looks and she got like her spidey sense went off because she sees these guys moving things in the alleyway. And they were probably just moving coats. But you don't know, like he knows.
Okay, because I thought he set her up to like not get clapped, but in the other way.
Bow bow.
Like, pew pew type of assault. Like I thought he was setting her up.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know if he would. I think he would have just had her killed. But like, I was so glad that she didn't walk down that alleyway. You know, like she had a healthy dose of paranoia because that's what happens, I guess they say. And you know, like, good for her for not walking down that path.
Yeah, she would have been out of there.
One time,
she would have been out of there.
One time I was hanging out. Okay, it's a little bit of a flex. I was with DJ Premier at his studio.
And flex.
My brother was there, and I was calling my then guy I was just dating, now husband. I was gonna meet up with him, and because it was like maybe like 2 a.m. or something, and so he came to meet me to take the train home with me. So my brother had been smoking with Premier like all night basically. So his paranoia was like, it was up there. And we got outside and Dar hadn't shown up yet. And my brother was like, yo, that nigga set us up. And I was like, what? He was like, we about to get shot. And I was like, what? And that's what I thought of when he was going down that alley. I was like, wait, what do you mean? Like he set us up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she was gonna be out of there.
Yeah,
she was gonna be out of there. She was gonna be out of there, man. Because
a part of me is on the fence. I've always been on the fence as to whether or not something was going to happen. Because it's like guys are moving. Usually, like if it's a hit or something, and like maybe she gets an inkling, they would have stopped and maybe walked towards her. The way that they're in the scene, it looks like she was interrupting them from what they were doing.
Yeah,
not so much they were waiting for her, so they could do something to her.
She would have walked in there and got because he kept going, and then he was like,
yeah, I thought he
turn on in there.
I thought he was sending her to do some unintended sex work.
Oh no!
And I was like,
oh no! I think if anything, it'd have been a murder. I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that's just what I mean. The code of the honor amongst thieves would not allow that to happen. Like, yeah, your boy's the rat.
I was reading the guy, the real person, the real Tommy attempted to rape Karen. Real Karen.
Oh, really?
I was reading about their cases today, and that was one of the reasons they think he got killed. In addition to the,
I mean, it was
tell him like knocking off the guy who made man. Wow.
Yeah, it was like.
I mean, he was a loose cannon though, so I feel like I wouldn't put that past him.
I would say the other things was he was bad for business, and what I mean by that, obviously he killed the main man, but then when he killed old boy, the waiter,
Spider,
and when he killed Spider, like he, what I'm saying,
like now you're
he
being
did that
reckless.
he did that in the restaurant with people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was always going reckless like that.
It was just in a restaurant with other gangsters, man. I don't think him shooting Spider had anything to do with anything other than it just showed the audience that he was a loose cannon.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But I don't think
that's bad for business. You bad for business when you.
Yeah, I was going to say for the crew, it's like it's another body to hide that we weren't prepared for. We're trying to have a good night, like
yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think that led to his demise. I think ultimately it was Billy Bats.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, that was number one because they knew.
What I'm saying is, that's it though. I'm not saying it's the other stuff.
Well, Henry even said it. Henry said it. Henry
was like, he was like, "There's nothing we could do about it. Like it was a long time coming. There was suspicion.
Yeah, they was like, man, he said the main thing was they hit for Billy Bats amongst.
It's a crazy job. Like you think you're getting a promotion and you get shot in the back of the head. Like that's crazy. Can you imagine that happening?
And they give you a second to be like, "Gotcha, bitch."
Yeah. And he's like, "Oh,
man." But you know what's funny, because like early in the movie, what's the name of the dude who was the owner before Paulie went out with him? That the restaurant.
Oh, the club owner. Yeah.
When he was like, he's like, "What do you want me to do? What should I shoot him?" And he was like,
yeah. He's kind of looking at him like,
and Paulie's like,
he gave him that steel.
You just asked me to come into business with you? Like, nah, I'm not gonna kill him. Yeah, that shit is crazy.
No,
Joe Pesci was always a loose cannon, like in almost every gangster movie.
Casino, he got it tough.
Woo. He got it real bad in Casino.
And his brother. And they made him watch first.
Now I gotta watch Casino.
That was rough.
We could do Casino. I haven't seen it in forever.
Wait, have I seen
Casino?
But it was amongst other things. He was wild.
Yeah, I mean, he was wild. He was pissing everybody off.
Yeah, I think he was worse in Casino than he was in Goodfellas. His character.
He was skimming off the top. He wasn't sending money back to the east. And then, sleeping with somebody else's wife. Yeah, he was going crazy.
Yeah. You know what we should do, Tanya? We should do a stream about people who were like gangsters in a past Hollywood life that now do kids movies. Because I'm thinking about like Joe Pesci, like, he was here like fucking shit up, and then he was a sticky / wet bandit.
He was also trying to kill a kid in the movie. It's just they made us laugh at it, especially in the second one. Like they were out for actual murder.
They got out of jail. They did.
They just changed the music.
Yeah, and Robert De Niro did that movie with Ben Stiller.
Oh yeah, the Fockers. Meet the Fockers.
Meet
the Parents.
He was amazing on that.
Yeah, I loved him on that.
Yeah, no, he was fun.
Yeah, there's so many of them that are like that. I'm just like thinking about that, and very cute, very excited. The fuck? Yeah, sometimes like Brooklyn. Yeah, my window is closed.
Man,
Oh yeah, I heard like some kind of whistling.
You heard that? That's Brooklyn being
tapped?
Brooklyn.
Are you tapped?
Yeah, it might be
listening.
Well, I hope you guys got your money's worth. We didn't even say anything too bad tonight.
I was so annoyed with that babysitter when she just simply did not follow instructions.
Oh my God.
I gotta get my hat.
Yeah, I'm like, man, fuck your fucking hat.
Yep.
Get in the fucking
And then she
car.
made the call from the house.
Yeah.
She was getting on my nerves.
In the car. My
But
bad.
that's Henry getting sloppy though. That was Henry getting sloppy.
Yeah, that's true. They could have.
He had everybody getting all high on their own supply. That I mean,
just like, come on, we know these rules.
Yep.
His real life kids wrote a book.
Did they?
Yeah, I want to find it now.
Oh,
they wrote a book about their childhood.
Oh,
mommy and daddy doing crime.
The time that mommy and daddy got into an argument about guns and.
Hey, when she
slapped the
that gun
yeah,
I was like,
hey, but she still, but even after that, she's still flushing it down the toilet.
Well, because she's in the house too.
She was cutting it up, flushing it down the toilet.
Yeah, she was in the house too. Yeah. But what about the part where he got out of when he came back and he was like, "Where's the money, Karen?"
Like, what did he think she was gonna do with that? When they have a search warrant and they're searching.
Yeah,
like
you and he hid it in the kitchen cabinet.
In your pussy, like,
and he hid it in the kitchen cabinet.
It wasn't even behind anything,
bruh. Like, you think they was not gonna find that?
Like, what did you think, coked out, bro? In your memory, what did you think that you did with it?
Right?
Did you dig a hole in the backyard? Like, did you get your shovel days confused? Like, you put it in the kitchen.
What were you supposed to do with police right at the door?
He said, "I hid it in the same place. They would never find it. They're not gonna look in the kitchen cabinet, my guy."
Right?
He was like, "Peekaboo, do you see me?"
Exactly.
Yeah, she was a real one for that, man.
Oh shit!
And she put the 22 in the panty. Like, she was, she tried.
Yeah,
she did everything she could.
Yeah,
she did everything she could, bro, except for not deal with him. Yeah, she could have did that. She could have did that.
No, why would she do that? It's normal for a 21-year-old union delegate to come out and be flossing like that.
But can you imagine at 21 taking on dates like that?
No,
that is some boss
never
ass
happened
shit.
to me.
That is some boss shit.
Come on now.
Like honestly, your senior year in college, these are the kind of dates you're going on. You're doing vacations and you show up at the Copacabana and you just have a table and
just walked in. And you're getting bottle sent to you by Bobby Vinton and whoever's on
stage. Right.
Like, honestly, if I'm that age and I'm balling, I'm not even getting married, bro. Like, I mean, the fact that in hindsight, the fact that he even got married and stayed a little bit faithful, and I say a little bit faithful, I mean a couple girlfriends, that's a little bit faithful for him.
I mean, Paulie was like, "Listen, we all do it. Yep. Just keep your shit in order."
Yeah. What time he said, "You gotta find a good girl"? He said, "I do find a good girl every night." But it's also, then I leave.
You know what? I never thought about it in this context.
Yeah, I'd probably been more like Tommy than Henry, honestly.
But I don't know. Like, you may have had a Tommy era, but the thing about Tommy, now that I think about it, is like everybody else got married. Everybody could find a woman who would tolerate them and just like be like, all right, you know what? I could deal with this shit. But Tommy, like, women were like, nah, I'm not going to go out with you without my friends. Because
like,
that's true. I need a chaperone. Like, I'm not. And now that we know that, like, you know,
I would be right
tried to rape Karen as part of the things on his list that they didn't even show in this movie. Like, yo, I'm like, no. They knew from the beginning, like, Tommy couldn't even get a woman to settle down. His mom was like, they're at the wedding. His mom was like, why can't you settle down? Although I did have a talk with my grandmother's like, Nikki, when are you going to get a good boyfriend? I was like, Mom, I don't need a good boyfriend. She was like, why? I was like, I got lots of good boyfriends. And she was like, she just started laughing. And I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm living my best life. She's like, are you having fun? I was like, uh-huh. And she was like, okay. So yeah, but the flip side of that is if I wanted to, I could. Nobody's running away scared for me because
life flex.
Now we know
overtime, y'all. Overtime. Just in case you were interested, we're going into overtime. Buzzer beater 107. But yeah, no, just like I don't know. It's not that I wanted to see Tommy get shot in the back of the head on the best day of his life. He had it coming.
Yeah, he had it coming. And the thing that I think, like, there are multiple points of heartbreak, I suppose, in this movie, but the biggest one, watching Jimmy cry over it was,
I was like, yo, Jimmy really wanted
Over
him to get
Tommy's
made
death?
over Tommy's death. Like,
But,
I
I mean-
understand that it was a business opportunity for him to like be in with the made man, but like the way that he took, I was like, damn, yeah, no.
I mean,
You know
because
what?
he couldn't. I mean, everybody knew Jimmy was that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he was invited into that circle, but he couldn't be made because of
Mhm.
he had
He's
Irish.
Irish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you know what I'm saying, you had to be pure. He was part Sicilian, part
Mhm.
Irish.
I thought he was all Irish.
Yeah, because that's what remember they said he was like he had that
Well,
drop.
Jimmy was all Irish.
Yeah.
Henry was half Irish.
Yeah, because there was like
Yeah.
because Bats tried to send him a drink, and Jimmy was like, "There's only one Irishman here."
Yeah.
And
Technically, it was
Mhm.
1.5, but you know who's counting?
Yeah.
And so
You know-
I mean, it is what it is, man. Like he
I
kind of
would
lived through that.
say, I would say probably my heartbreaking moment, honestly, was seeing Paulie get arrested.
Oh,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Paulie,
That was mine.
Paulie to me, of course, he's a gangster, but he did right by everybody, as right as a gangster can be.
He said
told Henry, he's like,
told him.
Henry, I know what you did while you was in prison, but leave that shit alone. Get clean. And even when Henry came back, when he was down on his luck, he gave him all the
Mhm.
money he had out of his pocket. He's like,
He's
okay, now
like-
I got to turn my back
You
on
got to
you.
turn my back on you, and you know
Nah,
You
no,
ratted on that
wasn't
man.
even enough.
You ratted on that man.
Wasn't
But
even enough for the funeral costs. But
oh,
he said this is what it was,
Mhm.
and he told Henry. Yeah, the sad part was at the end when the words came up.
Yeah,
Because he
exactly,
said,
exactly. That's
"Bro,
what I was
stop
gonna
doing
say.
this shit because I don't want to die in prison, bro."
Exactly. And when those credits rolled and they're like, he died in prison, I was just like, you know what?
I did feel
Fuck
for
yeah.
Paulie.
Like,
Yeah.
You know that was tough. I was like, damn.
yeah,
know,
yeah.
that was
Similarly,
the
I
thing.
remember
Paulie-
I was just like, yo, he said it. And here we are, the credits are rolling, and I'm just like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and they all knew that you were gonna be a snitch. Trust
They
your
knew
gut.
it.
Trust your
Yeah.
gut is the moral of this of this story.
Yeah.
Your friends that move
Yeah.
funny are always gonna move funny no matter what song is playing.
When Jimmy did that heist and
Bars.
then had to kill everybody involved, though, I was like, I think this is when I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna retire and become a union
Yeah.
rep for real.
Now, a
For
few
real.
people had it coming. We know Stacks. We talked about that. You know, that was
Yes.
played by Samuel.
Fucked up.
Obviously, got drunk, got wasted, got with the chick, left the truck. Police found it. Right
Like, why
now,
is that not your first priority?
even my man
Right.
that showed up the next weekend with
With
fur
the new
coats and
car.
a pink Cadillac, bro. Like
The mink?
Yeah, I think that was Morris.
The
Yeah,
$20,000
Morris and
that was
Frankie.
Morris. That was
$20,000
Frankie.
month.
So it was
Listen,
Frankie,
if I
but
ever won the lottery-
Morris just kept asking for money because he was like, I was part of the mastermind. He kept asking for
Yeah.
money. When I'm gonna get my cut, when I'm gonna get my cut, and you know
He
that's
should
how
have had
he
a
felt.
flashback back to the time that he owed Jimmy money and he was trying to hard dick him on it. It was like,
Yep.
nope,
Right.
no. What he
So-
was like, Jimmy was like, watch me count.
and
these
so
millions.
like, but yeah, when Frankie showed up with that, it's like, bro, like you can't show up with a pink Cadillac
Right.
with
Pink
minks.
Cadillac, pink.
It's hot right here, bro. It's hot out here in the
Right.
street, bro. Like, how you just showing up with this stuff? And he's like, oh, it's okay. I got it. in
It's
her name.
okay. It's okay.
It's
And you're
okay.
like, no. But the funniest thing to me about that is like there's all these little things of poetic justice in this movie. And one of them is like, oh, you came with the fur, you're in the freezer.
Oh, yeah.
You are in
That's
the meat
true.
locker. Like that's where
Yeah.
we're keeping you. Like you thought you
Yeah.
were funny. You thought you had
Now that was Carbone. I don't know why they did Carbone. Carbone was loyal. He was the one always digging the hole.
Yeah, I didn't get why
Yeah.
they killed him.
I think he was just a liability. Like, hey, just in case he might get caught in snitch. let's
Yeah,
just
No,
to
get
get
man, it was
everybody,
greed,
like-
bro. No, it was he didn't want to share the money because remember, Henry got shorted too. Henry didn't get the cut he was supposed to get. He got a little bit of whatever little money Jimmy gave him. And after that, he just stopped asking when he saw bodies drop.
Yeah.
So part of it was covering his ass, but another part of it was shit. I got
Jimmy
$4
wasn't
million.
paying nobody.
Yeah,
No, Jimmy wanted all that money. Like if I was Jimmy, I
Yeah.
would have been like, "Have a nice life, guys. Bye. You didn't come find me.
See-
I'm Jimmy Conway.
See, but Jimmy a
I
gangster. He
that's
don't go
okay.
nowhere.
for a living.
See,
Mm-mm.
Jimmy's a
That's
gangster.
okay.
Though. He's not going anywhere. He's like, I'm gonna stay right here. I'm gonna put you under the ground, and I'm a ball on your
Yeah.
grave.
And not even. He's like, I'm gonna go on the discount vacations and just watch you squirm. He's keeping it. He was keeping it reasonable.
Yeah.
Man.
Reasonable.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, that was crazy.
What a life. What a
What
life.
a life. But you know, to that point, I think Tanya was talking about that life. I would never be in that life either, because I'm telling everybody, bro. I've seen Oz. I don't know if y'all have seen Oz before, but
I used to watch Oz.
those movies, that type of show will scare you straight. I'm light skinned. You know what I'm saying? I got these boyish good looks. No, I will not be in prison. Nope. He did it. She did it. They all did it. I'm dropping social security numbers, phone numbers, addresses.
Like,
bro, here's the thing.
I'm also
blood
bad at
type.
lying.
Call them on FaceTime. Look.
I just don't want to be involved, bro. I just don't
Leave
even
me
want to
out.
be involved and just get.
Well, that's why I'm not getting into that life.
Yeah,
that's why I'm not even getting into it.
I'm bad at lying. I'm bad at lying. I have anxiety.
You have insomnia too.
I have insomnia, and I throw up so easily. I would not make it in this life.
I'm thinking about Step Brothers. I think I'm gonna throw up.
That's no, like I throw up
under the
so
under the
easily.
table.
It's like we getting a divorce.
I would be leaving DNA evidence at every single crime scene because I throw up. Like I am not built for a life of crime. I had to go the complete opposite direction. Like, I mean, I won't be a cop, but like I'm not built for a life of crime at all.
Man,
I think I could get away with a crime, but it's just the stakes are just so high.
I couldn't make it my life.
But I think I could probably pull some stuff off. I think I could.
well, you know somebody. Hey, are you a defense lawyer?
No, I don't do crime at all.
No, she's that.
No, there's.
You know, like workman's comp.
Remember, I said there's anecdotes I can't share because statute of limitations. Yeah, I can't be a criminal lawyer.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, one of my uncles was FBI, and it was struggle for him. It's just, yeah.
See, man. I was told by a cousin who actually in prison for selling dope that kept me away at a younger age. Like, bro, what you don't know, you can't speak on. So you should stay out here, keep you out of the way, keep you out there. And so now,
I used to love My Cousin Vinny, and I have not seen it
about that movie
in so long, and now I have to watch it.
How are you, Sasuke?
I love a random
fact. Yo, y'all got to warn me or something, because I'm sitting here like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, is everybody seeing what I'm seeing? Okay, we all are looking at the same thing, though.
Is that a helicopter?
I mean, we are live, man. So, hey, shout out Sasuke, man. Join us live. Hey, man, and shout out Sasuke, bro. Go follow us on IG, too. Get right podcast. We'll have some topics to talk about. But
I'm not used to all this technology, bro. I am sure.
Hey, that was Joe Pesci.
Hey, dudes.
That was Joe Pesci. Yeah, My Cousin Vinny. That was a dope movie.
That was a really good movie. I need to watch that.
Yeah. Well,
you know what's crazy? I just saw that like 4 years ago for the first time.
Oh, really?
My parents
like
it was good. No, it was real good.
It used to be on TV all the time, so I've seen it a bunch of times, and I remember loving like the court scene.
Yeah.
I'm not a court lawyer though. I'm transactional. I sit in front of a computer all day.
Hey, man. Lawyers are lawyers.
Allegedly.
Yep. We use that term a lot on our show.
Not to put you on the spot, but here I am doing it. You guys should have Tanya on to talk about something because she's amazing.
Yeah.
I'll talk about stuff.
We're gonna figure it out and pull up. You know how you pull up? Like,
nah,
it's dope. You know what I'm saying? We'd love to hear some stories that you can share.
I'm surrounded by like the craziest. I'm the most normal person that is surrounded by the craziest people possible. So yeah.
Oh man. I mean, so yeah, whatever you can share. Yeah,
Nikki, don't look at me like that. I am so normal.
She's as normal as I am.
Yeah.
Birds of a feather, ladies. Birds of a feather.
I'm gonna say Tanya, like I said, I peeped a few episodes. I've been through a few episodes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
I will say
you have you know, like, yeah, you know,
it's funny
because she be talking like Lil' Kim sometimes. On y'all show. I mean, you be talking like Lil' Kim. Ain't a little bit of sexy red. It's like kind of intertwined. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. My coochie pink, my booty hole brown.
Yeah,
that was a code word in D&D, Nikki, before you started playing with us.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was
love
like,
that.
Okay, like, man.
I love that. That's so funny. Yeah, no, it's funny because like I enjoy listening to y'all.
Is D&D Do Not Disturb or Dungeons and Dragons?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay.
Yeah, we play that now.
Okay, shout out Bubbles.
Okay.
Because I don't have a sword.
Right.
Like,
All right.
Oh wait, I have
What?
one.
oh, you do? Yes. Ha!
Man,
Nightblood.
Swords
I
and
never played
bubbles.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh,
Never.
you should. It's so much fun. I started playing a year ago. I guess
Never.
it's been like a year and change now.
Yeah, it was
Um,
yeah.
April. I
Last
was
Now,
looking online.
we
It came
went
up in my memory.
we went to a
Yeah.
couple's friend's house maybe a month ago, and it was the first time I had played Catan.
I've never played
Y'all
Catan.
right with that?
Play
I've
what?
never played Catan.
Catan. Yeah.
No, I haven't played it.
That was
I don't even know
cool.
what that is.
Yeah,
What
like
is
yeah, I
It's
mean,
like an RPG.
it's hard for me to
video
explain, bro.
It's like a video game.
I mean, nah, it's a board game. Like, I don't want to disrespect Catan people, so like, you just Google it, bro. Because I don't want to have somebody come for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, and they will.
Because people take it. Yeah, I know. Like the people
They
we're playing
will.
with, like they were like, I was
Man,
like,
I ain't about to look it up. Y'all ain't gonna tell me.
bro, I don't know how to
I'm gonna
explain
forget about it
And
as
I don't
soon
want
as soon as
to.
this
I
pod
I've
is
never
over.
played it.
I don't want to misexplain it, bro. And so like I don't want to have people come for me, bro. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Welcome
It's
to the world. It's
I
an
was
RPG.
thinking about playing Baldur's Gate, but like the last game I bought, I haven't played ever since. I was playing The Witcher 3, and I haven't played since I encountered a really scary monster and was like, ugh.
all this is over our head.
Oh, not gamers.
Well, I know about The Witcher. I know about The Witcher.
The only game I'm playing, man. Is,
Yeah, you and Tanya can talk about
it's
The
gonna
Witcher.
be.
'Cause
It's
I
gonna
never
be.
got into it.
It's gonna
I won't-
be
The animated one, yes.
Okay, or Madden. Not NCAA football. That's out now. But
I mean, I'm not gonna call myself a gamer or anything. Like I played Witcher 3 poorly, and I play Animal Crossing, and that's pretty much it.
Shout out Animal Crossing.
I love Animal Crossing. My island is in complete disarray. My house has roaches. It's crazy. I need to go handle it. Actually,
That's
yeah.
why
Your house gets roaches in Animal Crossing if you don't play for too long.
You do. Because I know I have it on the Nintendo.
So is that like The Sims?
Yeah, on the Switch. You don't really control their lives. They kind of have their own thing going on.
You just have to monitor it. But yeah, my youngest daughter plays it. Well, she stopped playing it. Like if I'm on the Nintendo Switch again, I don't think I'm messing with his Mario Kart.
Yeah, I play all the Mario
Kart.
I have the steering wheels.
Dang, I only got the steering wheel. I mean, I just got the.
I got the steering wheels for my son for Christmas.
Man, the game I played probably nobody's ever heard of. City Skylines.
What's
it's
that?
Like it's a city builder. It's like, have you ever played SimCity or heard of SimCity?
Yeah. Oh man,
just like play
that,
civil engineer.
Yeah, I just sit around and build cities and like regulate the traffic. It's like SimCity on steroids. It's how I would describe it. So that's what I like to do. I like to build shit. City Skyline.
See, I'm gonna try that because I remember like
wait. Is that something you got on your phone or you got it on like a?
No, it's on Xbox.
Oh, I don't have Xbox.
But it's on. I mean, but it's on all. I mean, it's a computer, Xbox. That's what I'm talking about.
Bro.
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah.
That's all you having to see.
That's okay. That's okay. There you go.
Back in the day, like you'd build all your city, and then every once in a while, like a Godzilla would come through and like fuck all your shit up.
Yeah. I always turn that off though. I don't like disasters. I put too much work into my shit. I don't want no tornadoes and nothing messing it up. No, I turn that off. Earthquakes.
Where's
I can't have any of that. No. You know how long it takes to get the exit ramp just right to where the slope it actually looks natural. No.
Yeah. Wait, did you ever play that game? You know that racing car game, Burnout? Do you guys remember that?
I remember that game. Yeah,
it was the racing car. Like I never played the racing shit because like I got bored with that. But there was a different setting where you could just cause car accidents.
Sarah, there you go. I got you. My bad, Sarah. My bad.
Yeah,
Sarah.
I wanted you to self-announce. But like there was a part of that game where you could switch the settings from like car racing to causing accidents, and it was like whoever caused like the biggest. Oh, it was amazing because they'd have you drive on. They'd show like an aerial shot of like cars on a highway. There'd be like buses and like semi trucks and like little cars. And like you had, I don't know, like a 20-second window from the time that your car started to figure out where you were going to get in to cause the biggest accident. Yo, if you like get in,
this is why our society
very chaotic.
Yo, it was crazy because like you slide your like, little car in, you pick your car, zoom in, and you'd like get in between like a school bus and a semi truck. Boom! Explosions would happen. Yeah, that was one of my favorite games.
Of course it was.
Destruction.
Of course it was.
Yes.
Destruction and mayhem.
You know. Real quick about Goodfellas, since it's almost time for us to go.
Yeah,
I wanted to give a shout out to the actual diner because that is here. It's like 20 minutes from where I live.
I should try to open it. Put a petition to reopen that thing.
It got so what happened is like it burnt down. I think like 2017 or 2018, like not too long ago, it burnt down, and they haven't done anything. Like the fire damage was so bad that they didn't reopen it. I don't know if it's a national landmark. Like that sign is not there anymore. But like you drive by, you're like, oh shit. That's the window that Jimmy was sitting in, where they did that vertigo shot, like that part where like Henry's really paranoid and the outside keeps getting like they're getting further away and like all that, like so good, so. Hey Mello,
they bust the joint out.
Yeah, it's all boarded up and shit too. And now they've got trucks parked all around it, but like that is right here.
I gotta put a petition in there, rebuild that thing.
I would love to.
You know what I'm saying? Restore that thing. That'd be dope, man.
I would love to own a diner. I would be a great diner owner.
Well, I know for a fact, like I know in Boston, don't know about Boston earlier. Like, I know Cheers. Yeah, Cheers are still open. I know you can go in there still like the restaurant. The Cheers are still a thing. They need to bring that back.
Man, leave that shit burnt down, bro. Stay living there. If you didn't see it, you just didn't see it. Shit.
Yeah. I didn't even read the reviews. Like I would have hated for it to still be open and the food to be trash. Like that would have hurt my feelings.
It looks like the food is trash. Like
no, DC,
that
bro,
shit looks garbage, bro.
No, the mafia used to come hang out there. The coffee might have been trash.
We know
like
that.
And it looked like we wouldn't. And it looked like we not invited too. Look at that shit. That shit look like we are not invited in that motherfucker there, bro.
So white diner.
You walk in and turn right back around. Like let's go somewhere else. Daddy, I'm hungry. We will eat somewhere else.
That's so.
There's
funny.
a Denny's around here somewhere.
There's this diner. Like I don't know, like a 10-minute walk, maybe like a 20-minute walk from my apartment, and it looks like this. It's like an old school diner. I've been wanting to go in there forever because there's no diners in my neighborhood, like nowhere around here. You got to go into the city.
Now, if they do accept us, I respect the infrastructure like that because we know when the mom and pop some little hole in the wall, them shits be slapping, bro.
They do, but I never found out because I tried to go into this one. And I was like, I looked on Google, like all the reviews are good. People were talking about the mom and pop spot, like the food is. So I walked in there and it smelled like straight up bathroom, and I was like,
I don't know about that. But I would say
and
this,
like I sat down and I was like, no, I can't do this. I was in there for 3.5 minutes. People are ordering, and I was like, oh God.
Facts,
Sarah.
But them $18 omelets be hitting them.
They're like 36 now.
That's probably in New York. You know what I'm saying? Everything.
I mean, at my bodega, a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich used to be like $3.25, and they're now going on $8.
Hell no!
Shout out inflation.
No,
$8.
Shout out bird flu.
I'm pulling out that skillet
all day. It's just like down here because we down here in the South. Like you know what I'm saying, Waffle House. If the Waffle
I've never
House,
been to Waffle House.
Waffle House look if everything back there look greasy, that shit about to slap.
My brother says that Waffle House.
I've never been to a Waffle House sober.
Yeah,
that is true.
I've never been to one sober.
Come on. You been to Waffle House though? I mean, Waffle House after
in Atlanta.
Yeah, Waffle House oh yeah.
But like, if I wanted to go like 10 o'clock in the morning, should I go to a Waffle House? There's one by my parents' house.
Go at like 2 a.m.
When there's fights.
Trying to be asleep.
No. You gotta be on. You have
to be coming out of the club.
Tommy and Henry time.
I'm not going.
You gotta be on Billy Bat's time.
You gotta be coming out of the club and then you go to Waffle House. Like you don't like wake up and go to Waffle's house. Like you've been out all night and then you go to Waffle House.
I mean, I've been to Waffle House for lunch and it slapped, but I mean,
I don't do Waffle House like that anymore. But Waffle House was hitting no matter what time of the day. 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 11. Used to always be hitting. Now I will say Waffle House will kind of tear your stomach up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a certain. You gotta have a certain.
I did go to Waffle House in the daytime once, and I threw up in there.
Hey, Sarah, you gotta go back to Waffle House.
You gotta have a certain intestinal fortitude to handle a Waffle House, and that's gonna take me to my next point, bro. I'm gonna tell you, mom and pops stuff is overrated in my opinion. There's some hidden mom and pops type of shit, but let's keep it real. That shit is 50-50. Let's not act like just because something's a hole in the wall, it got the best food. It doesn't.
That's true.
Half the time, stuff is a hole in the wall because that shit is trash and it belongs to be a hole in the wall. There's a reason. Bro, if you get into the bag, you probably got enough money to patch that hole in the wall, right?
Or make it a glory hole and make it.
No, shit. Hey, yo.
I'm an entrepreneur.
That's nasty word.
Whoa. I thought this was a safe space.
Nope. I told you, bro.
It is. I won't tell who used it.
We'll be right back after this. We'll be right back.
I did not know we were going to talk about glory holes today. Did you see that ice cream glory hole that went viral like 2 weeks ago?
No. Was that on Blue Sky?
Cold.
Send it to me.
Instead of a dick, it was like a person holding an ice cream cone, and people were like just coming through and licking it.
Like the same ice cream?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And I was like, I would take a dick glory hole over this.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, no, pass them both. But
it's like somebody's coming like, oh, it's my puppuccino.
Pass them both.
You have to choose.
No, I'm not choosing either.
Yeah, you know what we should do? We're gonna send. I'm gonna.
Hey,
send
DC, you thinking about which one?
The video.
I'm thinking about like, what do you mean you say no to? Like, I would hope one is just never on the table. Like, you know, what I'm saying, like you see a dick.
No, but that's not how the world works. It's one or the other. Like, are you gonna rat or are you not gonna rat? You know?
Are you gonna suck that dick or are you gonna eat that community ice cream?
I'm going for the ice cream. Yeah. Yeah, all day.
I'm gonna send you guys a video that Tanya sent me Saturday night that I've still been laughing at. Oh, you know. Are you gonna back it up or are you gonna go forward? I feel like, you know what? I'm gonna send it to you guys now. You don't have to play it, but we're gonna get your reactions in real time. Hold on a second. Check your email.
Now that you saying you sending it, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like anybody seen Dewey Cox walk off.
Yeah, I love that movie.
And he told him like, yo, don't smoke this weed, it's habit for him. And then he said it makes sex feel even better. He's like, man, and he was like, you
don't do this cocaine. It turns all your bad feelings into good feelings.
He was like, I think I kind of want it.
I think I want to try this cocaine. You don't want no parts of the shit.
You telling me don't watch this video, but you about to send it to me.
Yeah, I totally am. Once I find out who I send it to AK.
I kind of want to watch it now.
Shout out to AK also. And congratulations on her newfound status.
All day. And I saw Sarah. Shout out to you. Thank you for always chiming in.
Sarah.
But you said Waffle House since 2002. Hey, you 20 years overdue. You got to get in.
I've never been, and see, like you guys are not selling. You're not selling me on the concept either.
Why not?
Waffle House. My brother said only go there when we're drunk. Like, so maybe next time I go to my parents' house,
well, then do it.
Like we'll get. Who's gonna drive though?
Yeah, man. Shout out. Yep, I'm not sharing ice cream, bro.
Shout out to my brother.
So you're gonna pick dick over ice cream?
No, I'm not pick. I just told Tanya.
No. You gotta pick one. It's already been established. You gotta pick one.
I mean, there's gonna be ice cream. I'm just gonna have to get COVID. It's gonna be ice cream. Get COVID.
Where's your sense of adventure?
A little COVID never killed anybody.
True story. I've had it 5 times, and here I stand.
Shit.
Jesus Christ.
God, Lord.
All right.
You just let people cough all in your face all day. Huh?
Oh, I wish that was the excuse because it'd be such a better story. And you know what? I'm gonna right here apologize to Rod.
Yeah,
because he doesn't deserve what I just said without context. However,
wait, what part?
I sent them the video that you sent me, and I asked them to watch it while me and you talk about other things. So coming up.
Next 30 Tuesday.
For our next 30 Tuesdays.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh, man. Classic.
On the 23rd? 23rd. The 22nd. Oh, are you sure?
Classic.
I think so.
23rd. I think the 22nd is a Monday.
All right, well, let me go look at the calendar.
Yeah, please do, because my phone is over there.
I gotta look at this, man.
No, the 22nd.
Okay, you were right. On the 22nd, we're doing Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which we've tried to do twice already, but the universe had other plans. and I wasn't feeling. I was too tired. we both had a headache, so that's why we postponed it. And DC. If you want to know the video, slide into our DMs and we'll send it to you.
Why is the door locked?
Look at it. I can't. But yeah, the day after Easter, 2 days after Easter, on that Tuesday, we're gonna do Who Framed Roger Rabbit because he's a bunny, and we're looking forward to that. Then we've got halfway to Halloween stream, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, which I don't think I've ever seen as an adult.
So good, so good.
Let's pause for reactions.
Hey yo. Hey yo. Hey yo.
Why is the door locked?
Why is the door locked?
And with that,
hear me out. Yes,
hear me out.
So, and then after that, we've got book club coming up. Jay-Z's Van Zun.
JC.
JC.
You said Jay-Z.
I did, my bad. The lyrics are still on my screen. JC Van Zandt, The Dance of Rotten Sticks, which was a book so scary that I turned on the light to text Tanya that was scary when my bedroom was 6 feet away from my living room. And by 6 feet, I mean steps. So
6 nicky feet, so 3 feet.
Yeah, 6 nicky feet. But yeah, before we jump off, you guys tell us about your podcast. What you got coming up?
Yeah, plug all your shit. Drop links, everything.
And we won't even say "hear me out" before you do it.
Oh shit! I know, man. Oh man, it's been a great ride, man. We've been rolling heavy since 2022. The three of us, man, all started with a lot of drinking, getting together as fellas with our wives. It started, I would say, Florida, wasn't it, DC? we really linked up and got together, man, and then text chains started happening about doing a pod. Obviously, Rod, that's why you listen to the show, aka we call him the Brain Trust. He started it actually as a solo deal, doing this thing, and then had a conversation with me. We all had an outing with DC. DC blew us up on the thread like, yo, we so dope. We should just do a podcast. And so we was like, bro, we've had conversations about it. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of, we have faith, you know what I'm saying? Kind of how God works, man. Put people in your life. And then next thing you know, we just have a good conversation, man. And this candid conversation. We talk about is society and culture, but we're going to talk about everything. We're going to keep it barbershop. We're going to talk music, sports, life, fatherhood. We like to have dope guests as well. And we might touch on politics sometime. Not all the time, DC. But nah, man, it's been fun, man, because we can have that honest conversation. And then as men, like sometimes we need outlet. We love y'all. We love our queens. But sometimes we just need to have a conversation amongst ourselves. And but in the past, though, yeah, we had our wives crash the show. We had a women's takeover.
I had my husband crash the show before.
Yeah, we gotta highlight that. And that was one of the reasons, Women's Month. You know what I'm saying?
This is our appalled by a lot of the things I say, though.
It's the third year in a row. We did Women's Month, and then even not just throughout the course of the year, we like to have women guests as well, just to highlight them. And if you dope, you got a story to share. And we can take away from it and, laugh, talk shit too. So
that's where we talk about John Wick.
Oh, yeah.
That's a 30 Tuesdays, though.
Oh, yeah, it is a 30. So you already come here to talk about it.
Yeah, but, because
I've actually never seen that movie all the way through because I know that the dog dies and the part at the gas station, like, I was like, oh, God, I know what's coming or whatever. And then I never finished watching it because I don't like sad shit anymore.
All day. Yeah. But you can find us, you see. That's the clip art, the homies.
Yeah, I would totally come back and do and talk with you guys because it was fun. Like, we don't need to talk about me, like, although it was great.
Yeah,
no, I just want to go hang out. I had such a good time.
We love it, man. We love to have people back on the show. We had a few people back, return guests, so we love to have people back. But yeah, we definitely on Instagram, so definitely come follow us there. That way, we always got reels, let you know what's coming on, and just have a conversation there. We on YouTube, all the same name right here that you can see. And where else we at? DC? Oh, I mean, we everywhere. We Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X, TikTok.
Get on Blue Sky. We'll follow you.
See, I gotta learn that. Blue Sky. I'm gonna
Blue
get on there. I
Sky.
gotta learn that. But we there.
That's where you want to be. Trust me.
Yeah, it's basically Twitter without Nazis.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a positive.
I mean, you know, Black Twitter is fun though.
Black Sky crashed the night. Black Sky crashed the night of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
worth it.
Yeah. All right, we'll check that
Yeah.
out. Yeah, I'm gonna look into it, man.
Yeah.
We all got a role, and that's one of the cool parts, man. We all got a role that we play, man. We do it well. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's fun.
A lot of good chemistry with you guys for sure.
Yeah. Rod, you know, he could be the quiet type, but you know, he always gonna stand on that soapbox, you know, as do what he does. He's the man behind the boards, man, always mixing our stuff, making us sound great with that good chemistry. Of course, DC, like you said, you hear the name.
Yeah, Tanya's the one who's behind our beautiful and pristine sounding audio.
You know, I'm usually the person on social media. You'll talk to me more.
Self-taught audio engineer. Recently got her first hire as an official audio engineer.
Yay.
So yeah. So yeah, we having fun. It's been a blast, man, and it's just good synergy. We just love it, man. And you know, whoever thought that, you know, three guys just wanted to talk shit and just kind of have men talk.
I mean, we are all about men celebrating and being friends with each other.
He just kind of
show.
No, I'll say I just kind of show up and talk shit. I do what I do, you know. I got something to say and I say it.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, honestly, that's what 32
I come back next week. I'll do it again.
Yeah, like that's honestly what 30 Tuesdays, like 1,000 Eyes on One, like Why Not Empty Stomach is. Like that's what we do. It's just like hanging out.
Yeah. So if you ever want to pull up, you know, DM us. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna vet you. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to have boring conversations respectfully. You know what I'm saying?
We won't.
But not y'all. But I'm just saying, because a few people have reached out, like, I want to have a conversation with you. And then I look on your page or I try to look you up and you have nothing to talk about. Like, you know, we do want some substance. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can just you know what I mean? We do want to talk shit, but we do want to have some substance to the shit we talk about. And so, you know what I mean? So but nah, it's dope. So you ever want to holler at us, man? Anybody listening, man, following the show, man. One, appreciate y'all for following. But y'all ladies, thank you for just, you know, leaving the door open for the invite, even though it happened in conversation when it was like, we should crash your shit. Thank you for letting us crash your shit. Yeah, thank you for letting us crash your shit.
We're all about spontaneity.
Yeah, no, this has been great. I like talking to you guys.
Nah, y'all dope, man. So yeah, definitely time we definitely gotta follow you on, you know, send us your stuff so we can follow you and start having those conversations. I know Nikki, I can track her down. So she's super busy now. She all famous and shit. So
that's not true.
Yeah, she all famous and shit, you know. So you know, we gotta. It took me almost 7 months to track her down. So to keep you find it, I
hate it. I go on Instagram to post stuff for our podcast, and I don't read the messages. Like,
now she reads the messages,
and I hate Facebook with a passion.
I was on
Why you hate Facebook? Why you hate Facebook?
Because every time I get on, somebody's doing something that I don't fucking care about. And then when somebody's like, oh my God, they had a baby. And then I find out somebody believes in something that I think is bullshit. And then I'm like, you know what?
So, yeah, I've curated my Facebook feed. I simply get rid of everybody who I'm like, you're annoying.
I mean,
I do it as I see the posts. I'm like, oh, then I just delete them.
And then I close it.
Here's how this
started. I'm a comment creepers. I go in the comments and argue with people.
Yeah, we love creeping in comments. DC be arguing with people. I just be there. Like, I'm Michael Jackson. I'm the Michael Jackson gift with the popcorn.
I love that gift.
I'm just laughing at him, man.
I'm with the smoke and the vapors, bro.
But yeah, now
I'm posting links.
Now I can
come in with receipts. All of that. Petty.
Now it's so easy to keep in touch with Nikki now. But it was crazy. I was like, hey, it all started. We're huge fans of Tiny Desk. Huge fans. We love it.
Shit, I've been outed.
So huge fan. And then
nothing I say here has anything to do with anything that I do with that.
Facts. Disclaimer. But nonetheless, I was like, I'm gonna track this person down. Try to find somebody. You know what I'm saying? Next time, hey, DC, we need to make a trip to DC. We need to go post up at Tiny Desk. Maybe.
Yeah, man. Let me get a ticket. You know what I'm saying? Let me get a ticket real quick.
I promise you, we won't be. Well, you know, let's get an Evite.
Evite.
Something. You know what I'm saying? And I promise you, we'll be quiet.
Hold on.
Hey, Jackie.
Jackie C, the ever elusive.
Hello, Jackie. Hello.
That's so contradictory for you to call someone elusive after I just had this whole spiel.
Fair. Points are made.
I'm on YouTube once a month at least.
Fair.
But yeah, no, I'm glad that there was a lot of bureaucracy that had.
Oh
to
man, there's a lot of stuff
happen,
going on, but it's dope, man. I'm so glad we reconnected, man. I'm so glad the introduction to Tanya. Like y'all are dope. Like I said, like
oh, thank you.
When I heard y'all was doing the show, I told Nikki like, let me skim some of this stuff, and I was like, oh, y'all be talking that shit. Okay, we'll be safe. We'll be safe here.
You should definitely do another one with us.
Yeah, vice versa.
Like it doesn't have to be John Wick. Anything.
Yeah, man, we gonna chop it up. Like
we have a long list of things, and like there are people like, oh, I want like if you say you want to do something with us, then just tell me, and I'll be like, yo, Tanya, let's watch this.
We still have to do Under the Cherry Moon.
Under the Cherry Moon. Yeah.
But no, we're gonna chop it up. Like Tanya, you got a cool background story. I know some of you can't share, but we'll peel a few layers of that in back. We probably won't get to the core, but we can peel a few back and then just talk. You know what I mean? But I think we gonna be tapped in. We be tapped in. You know what I'm saying? Because we appreciate y'all sharing the platform with us.
Well, we appreciate
we just some dudes.
Joining us.
We just some ladies. Psych, that's awesome. And so are you guys, which is why you're here. So
appreciate it.
Right. On that note, you guys stay on. We're gonna say goodbye.
Good night, motherfuckers.
Nasty work.